Hello everyone, my name is Hafizullah Amin from Department of Comparative Politics at University People of Friendship of Russia in Moscow. I'm going to present my paper which is about Islamophobia and globalization. The exact topic is about a critical analysis of effect of globalization on the spread of Islamophobia. My presentation has four parts. The first part is introduction, the second is theoretical and historical literature, and the third part is methodology, and the fourth part is result and discussion. The first part is Islamophobia, race and globalization politics. The surrounding globe is being impacted by the globalization process, which is own unique instrument. This includes the Islamic faith and its ideological foundation, as well as the other globalization process stream. The current tendency has an impact on the globalization process because it aims to dominate others' competing ideologies and indeeds with conflict between opposing ideologies and the Indians. In terms using means such that advancement of democracy, technology, consuming, uh, and so forth. Yeah, due to structural, basic, intellectual, and other problem, the process of globalization dealing with Islamic ideology exposes the ideology of political Islam as well as weak and weak. Introduction. The concept of Islamophobia emphasizes the necessity of altering the political Islamic ideology's core principle. The expansion of the ideology and flow of the Islamophobia in the current era can be seen in the emphasis and focus of dominance system issues like the spread of Islamic terrorism, the conflict between Islam and Western culture and Western world, consumers and Islam, and so on. The emergence of a major wave of Islamophobia in society with different biology and worldview of Islam biology and Islam worldwide. Uh, has nothing to do with the opposing and rejection of political Islam discourse. What represents the name of Islam, Islamism, being Muslim, and so on, is more closely tied up with phenomena such as terrorism, extremism, and so on. The second part is about theoretical and historical. Mm, Theoretical and historical literature as a state of theoretical framework of the research has shaped the critical theories of the Frankfurt School and postmodern thought. In the case of Frankfurt School, this school is associated with the theory of criticism. The German school name established in the 1930s centuries by Max Hockmeyer in the form of Community Research Association in the city of Frankfurt. Yeah, from the perspective of the Frankfurt School, the emergence and the expansion of the mass media and the culture industry, as well as unseen bridge of their lives in the 20th centuries, reflect the rotation of the 19th century self-regulating liberal capitalism into organized and planned capitalism of the 20th century, Adorno and Horkheimer, 2002. The board advancement in the philosophy, architecture, art, literature, and culture that emerged from the core of the modernist movement in response of it, or as it the successor are often referred to the flow of postmodern. The historical postmodern era is included in the historical psychological idea of postmodern. It is established how postmodern shift from the uh, autocratic rules of proximity to the independence of piercing circle. The broad advancement in philosophy, architecture, art, and literature and the culture emerged from the core of modernist movement and represent it, or as the success are often referred to the flow of the postmodern. The historical postmodern era is included the historical psychological idea of postmodernism. The last part, which is results and discussion of the paper, yeah, globalization, discover and point of modernism. Globalization is the process of the interaction and the integration of the people, companies, and government around the world. Globalization has expanded due to the advance in the communication and transportation technology, increasing global reciprocity, growth of the business idea of uh, international culture. Globalization in the first place is an economic process and economical interaction that is associated with the cultural and social aspect. Nevertheless, conflict and diplomacy have always been part of the history of globalization, especially modern globalization. Thank you for your attention.